Ring out your mops and strap on your tutus, because we're taking a look at the Toxic Crusaders here at the Why Is This a Cartoon Cast? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Why Is This a Cartoon Cast, the only show on the internet where we take a look at animated adaptations and ask the essential question, why is this a cartoon? I'm your host, Joey. With me is Chris.
Sup, fuckers?
Well, that's just rude. And Tim.
Your mother's an asshole.
I'm going to cut all that out, so we have to do it again.
What? Why? That's so nice of us. Don't cut it.
Your
Leave
mother's
it
an
in.
asshole.
I'm joined with Chris.
Sup?
And,
Nice words.
And Tim.
Hi, guys. I'm not allowed to curse anymore.
That's right. And today we're taking a look at the Toxic Crusaders. Probably the most inappropriate property to adapt for a children's show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you got that
I
fucking
don't know
right.
how the hell did this become a cartoon?
Such a bizarre thing to be adapted.
Especially from the first three movies prior to this cartoon.
Oof.
How?
Remember the first.
Oh, the second one and third one are fucking terrible.
Like not terrible, but oh man, I can't believe I just watched that terrible, right?
Yeah.
They literally
yeah.
run over a child in the first
I
movie.
Run
know.
over a child in the
If
first
they get
one.
worse than that,
The second one, he goes to Japan, and in the third one, he fights like Satan.
Is the third one Citizen Toxie?
Is that an actual?
that's the fourth
That's
one.
a
When he
movie.
becomes president.
Okay, I think that's the fourth one.
That's the
Fourth
fourth
one's
one.
good. Lemmy's in the fourth one.
Well, as soon as Lemmy's in anything, it's good. That's like that movie Strangeland. D. Snyder can make anything good, and not creepy and not weird, and not make me cringe every 5 seconds watching.
Captain Howdy. Stay away from Captain Howdy.
Anyway, so a little information on Toxic Crusaders. It was 13 episodes long. It had a trial run in the summer of 1990. Made its official debut in January of 91. And, ran for 13 episodes, but then was in reruns for the rest of eternity, it almost feels like. Because I swear to God, I
Yeah.
could...
Syndication from 1991 and 1997 in Canada. I guess they didn't have a lot of content back then.
But well, to be honest, like I swear to God, at any point in my life, I could have turned on one of the channels, like WB11 or any of those other ones, or Fox, and I could have caught a rerun of the Toxic Avengers.
Yep.
Or Toxic Crusaders. Sorry, I'm gonna do that a lot in this episode. I apologize, because I keep thinking of the actual movie. So, I mean, like first things, right? I want to preface this whole thing with, of all the cartoons we've watched thus far, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes aside. This is probably one of my favorites thus far.
Really?
Yeah, this was great.
This was absolutely
Really?
amazing.
I thought
you
this was
guys, I
awesome.
thought you guys would have hated this show.
No, but
I don't know.
It's
because
so
I don't
good.
hate anything Trauma ever does.
That's true. It's hard to hate on Troll.
It really is. They
I
purposely.
thought it was very well written.
Yes.
It was super clever. The animation was whatever.
Yeah,
But
the
that doesn't-
animation was probably like the weakest part of this
But
whole...
we're grown-ups now. We don't
Yeah.
really judge on it. Well, we really do judge on animation more than when we were kids. That's weird. So I almost said a lie. But it was the jokes and the fourth wall breaks and everything were good enough.
Yeah, the fourth wall was
Yeah,
demolished.
it was. But it was all. It was like watching Chowder, in a way. And you got. And if anybody
that.
actually liked Chowder, you're a friend to me forever because I love
Chowder
that
was
show.
the shit.
It was. But the fourth wall.
Robble.
Rada. Anyway, they made up for the crappyish animation, I feel.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even really that. It wasn't like Hammerman bad.
No, but it was
Nothing is
still...
Hammerman bad.
That wretched piece of shit. Garbage. Trash. Toxic Crusaders better.
Absolutely. Quick aside, feel free to cut this out. That I'm starting to really like that running gag right there. That's pretty fucking funny. We reference it, and he goes into that. All right.
The Vince
The
McMahon
Vince
voice.
McMahon voice.
yeah,
so
I
that's
really like that.
right. I can do that.
Okay, so back on topic. Anyway, how about the intro to this show? The opening
It was like 2 seconds
It
long.
was literally
Yeah.
like Toxic Crusaders, Toxic Crusaders.
I
boom
always
show.
thought it always had more of an opening. Did
Unless
anybody
maybe
else-
it was the one we found.
Yeah, did anybody else venture out and to see if that opening lasted into something else? No?
I could care less, honestly.
Yeah, like I just that we got to enjoy the show. Like as far as I know, though, I can't remember any intro other than that one. So
Yeah.
maybe it's just because my brain has been addled by drugs and alcohol over the years, but I don't.
I knew about this show from the Nintendo game.
There was a Nintendo game?
Yeah,
There was a Nintendo game and a Game Boy game, and I only know about those from the
Really?
Angry Video Game Nerd.
Really?
Really? That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was like a beat 'em up.
So it was like a Mortal Kombat type of game?
No,
Or
no,
it was
no.
actually-
It was like a beat 'em up, like a fucking River City Ransom or something.
By the way, just to show you how much I enjoyed this episode, I think I didn't even finish taking notes on it. But at the same time, it is probably the most notes I've ever taken on any one of these shows that we've covered.
it looks impressive when you have a tiny notebook.
Yeah, but when you look back at the other shows that have 4 pages, and this is up to 10, and I'm not even done with the episode writing in this thing, which is
Wow,
kind of bad.
pretty good.
Yeah, like I really like this show.
I'm very proud of you.
Thanks. So we start off with in the episode in a dystopian kind of sketched out city.
Post-apocalyptic.
It was very post-apocalyptic. Post-apocalyptic. And they're talking about what was the radio station name? WAPU or something like that.
Some stupid joke.
Some stupid trauma joke.
Oh, yeah, it was. WPU or something like that.
RKPU or something like
yeah.
that. RKPU. And it was a very trauma joke.
Yeah, it was a very trauma
It
joke.
was very like Nukem High and stuff.
Trauma style.
Yeah, trauma style. And it goes in with the smart ass henchman.
Yeah, go straight to the... Yeah, that guy was cool.
He was I loved him. What the hell was his name?
Just a wise ass. I don't know.
I didn't
But
catch
he was
his
a
name.
wise ass. I think
They-
I might have wrote it down.
I don't think they said his name.
They did.
They did say it
Psycho.
once?
His name was Psycho.
His name was Psycho.
His name was Psycho. Psycho was such a damn smartass the whole episode. And I have all the instances written down with the actual quotes.
Didn't I just say that?
Yeah.
So my first note is these characters are mad over-designed.
They are.
Like,
But they're
just chunky
90s.
and like Teenage Mutant Ninja
Did you
Turtle
ever
rejects.
see-
Yeah, definitely. I got that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
But that's
vibe.
how the toys were too. So
Yeah,
much
that's
like when we reviewed another show.
You could say it.
Hammerman.
No, not Hammerman.
A wretched fucking piece of shit.
Swamp Thing. When we reviewed Swamp Thing,
Well, I
the
guess
toys
Swamp Thing has to come out first now. I'm kidding.
Anyway, when we reviewed Swamp Thing, the toys from that were very Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle-ish too.
Yeah,
But they were just because of the way they're designed. So these are actually more the same
Yeah,
way. The toys were
bold.
the same way.
These would
Bulk
fit
weight.
in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle universe.
They really
They
but
would.
by nature of it though,
Yeah.
like the,
The whole
mutated thing.
Toxic.
Yeah.
Toxic mutant shit.
So we have that smartass henchman that's like making fun of Dr. Killamoff
Can we
because
talk about Dr. Killamoff?
he has 4 arms.
I have Cyber Vampire Goro.
I'll take it.
Wow.
With an organ strapped to his back and green fart puffs coming from it. So he's like,
Wow.
he can't run the VCR apparently, and the henchman's making fun of him the whole time for he can't be able to run the VCR.
I just want to point out that this show is set in New Jersey.
Yeah, I know. But did you notice that he grabbed the bird, squeezed it, and slammed it on the desk and killed it right at the beginning of the episode? Did anybody else catch that? He totally this is the first cartoon I've ever
That's
seen.
the trauma.
Yeah,
That's the
that
trauma
is.
influence.
Because he can't use the VCR. But finally, Psycho comes over, gets the VCR running, and there just shows a barrel of Grossolium 90, the deadliest toxic waste known to man. And he
I wrote down that there's fourth wall breaking, but I didn't write down what it actually was, so I don't remember.
well, I'm gonna get into it because I have
okay,
a
good.
specific instance. So there's some oddly specific foreshadowing going on when they're talking about dumping it off in
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
last clean city in New
that's
Jersey, which is hilarious. And here's the quote: "What if some complete and hopeless nerd falls in the Grossolium and transforms into a hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength?"
Cut to the next scene.
Cut to the
I
next
wish
scene.
I wasn't a complete and hopeless nerd.
Yeah, like don't be Kill him off is like, don't be ridiculous. And the next thing, yeah, I wish I wasn't a complete and hopeless nerd.
They did that a few times throughout this episode, and I fucking lost it.
Yeah,
every
like
time.
it's a
I
running
thought that
gag
was
in my
hilarious.
notes too, dude. Like but then the punks are there scheming
Superhuman
to
size
embarrass
and
Melvin,
strength.
Yep.
who Melvin Junko.
Melvin
that-
the Mop Boy.
That whole section is taken right from the first movie.
Yes, it
first
is.
movie,
But
except
with less tits,
yeah, and
a lot less tits.
Yeah, there were a lot less tits in the movie than there are in this cartoon.
in the movie he falls out the window
Yeah.
And
into
this
the
he runs
toxic
out to the front.
front door
So
and
he
gets covered in the toxic
the
waste.
punks scheme to embarrass Melvin, who destroys an entire aerobics class after screwing up and stepping into his mop. Then there and like during the setup, he's like, there's euphemisms abound, especially when he goes over his schedule, which is 7 p.m. practice burping. Yeah, that's cute and funny. But
Oh,
then 8
oh,
p.m.
shit, wax my
my
chicken.
chicken. Oh my! I'm like, dude.
I can't believe they used that.
I
line.
can't
Waxing
believe. Well,
the
think of Rocco's Modern
chicken.
Life with Choky Chicken in the restaurant, and then 9 to 10 p.m. smell my armpits, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Before we get too ahead of ourselves, I want to throw in some notes I wrote down. The bullies all look like Mad Max rejects,
They do.
and the girl, I'm pretty sure, is the same voice actor that was Lil on Rugrats.
Yeah, I can
It
see
sounded
that.
just like her.
Absolutely. So
Okay,
as
I know
the
what
as the chemicals are driving to be placed right in front of the doors, for some reason,
Obviously.
a bird lands in him and turns into a pterodactyl. So they must hate birds in the beginning part of this episode. So they embarrass him, and Melvin runs
Well,
away.
no, the girl arranges to go on a date with him.
Yes.
Only if he wears
There's
this
the tutu.
tutu that she
The
conveniently
classic-
had in her
The
bag.
big polka dot tutu. So was it actually hers, or were they thinking of this longer than they're actually letting on?
Planned it out.
We planned it out.
It's like there was a movie or some sort.
Yeah, I know, right? So what happens?
Does
So
he say-
Melvin,
He's chased out of the gym.
Yeah, he gets embarrassed.
falls
chased out of
into the
gym.
toxic waste.
Yep.
and then
the first,
Does he say the line, "I'm changing into something horrible"?
yes, here it
Yeah.
is, right here.
the first one was a school teacher.
School teacher.
Yeah, well, but as soon as he falls into the toxic waste, it cuts to Dr. Kill-Em-All. Huh? I've got a strange feeling like I've made a mistake.
Yeah.
A
Or
complete and hopeless nerd. It's nothing. And then Melvin turns into something horrible 3 times. A school teacher. Ah!
A movie
Producer. Ah! And we screwed up. My hands started flailing. Sorry, folks. You can cut that out.
Fuck, I'm going to cut it out.
Now my spit thing isn't working. I broke everything. I broke the
Stop
podcast.
touching it.
So anyway, a movie producer, and then finally, a hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength, scream and run away.
A hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength.
How many times is that term uttered in this
At
episode?
least a dozen.
Yeah,
Every
dozen
time
times.
it's amazing.
It does actually keep getting funnier, and I don't know why. Because it's just
It's because they don't even try to fit it in. They just like force it in.
yeah. And it's like, I got a big problem, so he's better go see his mother.
Why did he knock on the door at his own house?
I don't know. But she opens the door and she's like, "Oh, Melvin, my son, oy vey!" Clunk.
Oh, what am I gonna do now? My mom's passed out on the floor and I can't live here.
Yeah, now
Try
that
the toxic waste stuff. That's a great idea.
now that I'm a hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength, where will I live? Mom, try the toxic waste dump. Thanks, Mom.
So he goes to the toxic waste dump and he meets Blobby.
Well, I actually have written down FT, Fuzzy Tomato.
Oh yeah.
Nope, it's the aptly named Blobby. And then he's talking to Blobby like, yeah, this isn't so bad living in at least my house glows in the dark. You know, like, that's pretty funny. And then, what's that beautiful noise? Oh,
Barbie
God.
with an accordion.
Yep, bimbo with an accordion and a terrible voice. And then she gets accosted by the punks that chased them away.
Yeah, why do those thugs want her accordion?
Because it's an accordion and it's a Tromaville thing.
Give us your
Or it's a trauma thing.
Is it really?
thing.
It's
Yeah.
a trope? It's a trauma trope?
It's not a trope, but it's definitely a traumaism.
Yeah, it's something they would.
It was
do.
definitely like it's trauma-ish.
Yeah.
But then his toxie sense starts tingling as she's being accosted.
Yeah.
Didn't remember that.
What did he
at
say?
all
That
from the
didn't.
show.
It wasn't in the
Oh,
movies.
didn't he say like I got a bad feel? My
No,
funny
I'm
feeling again?
that something bad's
Bad's happening.
happening. Yeah, and Toxie say, so he comes over and he's like, "Yo, unhand her," and it's those punks that turned him into Toxie.
Why aren't the thugs afraid of him anymore?
I don't know.
They
They're like, we were scared of you a minute ago, but now we're going to kick your ass.
I don't know. Yeah, and didn't they call him Melvin the Mop Boy?
Yeah, it's
right
like it's
away?
Melvin the Mop. Maybe they got over it.
Yeah,
They got over
it.
They
really quick.
they
Oh,
passed
yeah,
their
you're-
sanity check this time.
We'll just
Yeah.
have to accept that
A
he's
will
a
save. They
superhuman.
passed a will save. They rolled a nat 20
hideously
this time.
deformed creature of superhuman size and strength.
Yeah. So Toxie saves her, throws one of the band, one of the guys, Bonehead, I believe it was his name, into the barrel of acid rain.
Yes.
He throws him into a barrel of acid rain.
And he becomes a hideously deformed
Formed
creature of superhuman size and strength.
And I guess he kills the other guy because he punches him so hard that he knocks over a car and stuff on top of him. So there's death number 2 in this cartoon.
He
Awesome
died
sauce.
somehow.
He died somehow. And then, so is now she's like, "Oh, you're so handsome and wonderful," and he's like, "Yeah, you're blind because she lost her contacts."
Lost
and
her
it's
contact
Yvonne.
lens, which was a difference from the movie to the cartoon, because in
was
the
a
movie
blind woman.
she was
blind.
actually blind, and this
Yeah.
one she just lost her contact lens.
In the movie, doesn't he pee on somebody and they melt?
I wouldn't put it past
I
Lloyd
wouldn't
Kaufman.
put it. I don't remember.
I think it was the scene with the cop. Like he pissed on one of the thugs and they melted.
It's
or something
crazy
like
how
that.
they
It
didn't.
might be.
It's crazy how they didn't just make her blind in this one too, because
That's one
how
thing I was
kids
curious.
shows were so into like including
Yeah, but
everybody.
she's an
Yeah.
idiot.
There was
is the
always that
problem.
token wheelchair.
She would have had to be
kid.
Yeah.
smart and blind. But I think they wanted to make her an idiot, so they're like, okay, she's an idiot and nearsighted. So
Well, she's only an idiot because she doesn't. She's not repulsed by him,
yeah, well,
which is
she-
kind of fucked.
so they go walking down the street, do a diddy diddy dum diddy do, and there's bad guys doing the most cliche bad guy thing ever. Is they're going to destroy the orphanage to make way for a poisonous chemical plant. Who thought that? Kaufman, were you involved in this? You were, weren't you?
If we want to do the segue, Lloyd Kaufman was barely involved in this. He's only credited as a creative consultant, which is just Hollywood speak for they used his IP,
yeah, and they
which I thought
asked
was
them
super
first.
interesting.
Like, I wonder what he thought of it though. Like, if he had watched the cartoon and went, yeah, okay, that works.
Well, I'm sure he didn't mind cashing the check.
Well, I'm
yeah,
sure he
probably
didn't.
not.
But,
Especially given how Tromo was doing at the
Yeah,
time.
this
it came
probably
out.
funded like 15 movies.
Yeah,
The
this
check-
is
did
why
the license.
Is this
Class
for-
of Nukem High 3 came out. So you're
What
welcome.
about Surf Nazis Must Die?
That was way before this.
It was. I love that fucking movie. They're all bad and awesome at the same time.
They are.
Nukem High is a treasure though. It
Nukem
really
High
is.
is awesome.
It is.
Before we jump back into it, did you guys notice who wrote this episode?
No.
Chuck Lorre.
Is that the same Chuck
That's
Lorre
the same
from...
Chuck Lorre who invented every fucking sitcom from the last 15 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
The man behind Big Bang Theory?
No.
Two and a
And Two and a
Half
Half Men.
What?
And Mike and Molly.
Really?
That guy
What's
wrote
Mike and
this
Molly, by
episode.
the way?
That's with Melissa McCarthy and some other fat guy.
Some other fat guy. Melissa McCarthy, we don't mean that. Please don't sue us. Anyway,
Melissa McCarthy, I do mean that. Please sue us.
we need the
the
exposure. So but they're raiding the orphanage and they're stealing the children. So apparently like he's like, "Oh no, my danger sense is tingling again." And then like, "I wonder what it is." And the mop's like, "Yo," and points over and he goes, "And also my mop is alive."
Yeah.
He actually says that. And I'm just like, that's amazing.
The mop waited a while to make himself known.
Yeah, it did. It was
Thank God it didn't talk. Because that
it
would
just
have
made
been the
noises,
fucking
make whimpering
Scrappy Doo
puppy
of this
noises.
show.
There actually is no Scrappy Doo on this show.
Well,
mean,
not
maybe
as
Psycho.
far as the first episode goes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Blobby, I guess.
Blobby is probably closest. But
doesn't
didn't
talk,
say-
though.
He doesn't say anything, but he's the...
I
He's
feel
a
like
hairball
the
with
Scrappy Doo
teeth.
character needs to talk because it needs to tell bad jokes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So he,
Like,
he's-
FT wasn't a Scrappy Doo.
No, he wasn't. FT was adorbs, especially in the movie.
FT was cool.
I would have went out and bought a furry tomato from the gift shop.
Do you guys hear that?
What?
Do you hear that again?
What?
Do you hear that? Tomatoes!
You blew it up again.
So he kicks all the bad guys' asses. The Radiation Rangers, I think they're called. Later on in the episode, we get to that. They call them
bad
Radiation.
guys?
The bad
Yeah.
guys were radiation
They call them.
rangers?
I don't remember that.
Kill 'Em Off calls them his Radiation Rangers later on, which we're close to that anyway. So he starts beating their asses in, and then he comes in like a wrecking ball on a wrecking ball. Which do I have that? Are you okay? I'm having a ball as he rides a wrecking ball into the friggin' crane.
And we're going to insert the Miley Cyrus song right
Please don't.
now.
It's probably where she got the idea, at least, though.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. So then they shoot his tutu, and he gets really mad. So he takes him out with a bulldozer.
Yeah, what does he say? You burned my tutu?
Now you shot my tutu, and now I'm really mad. And,
Oh,
and he
just
runs them
says
over
it.
with a fucking bulldozer and dumps their corpses into a trash can. I think I might be looking too much into this, but
Did he say taking out the trash when he did that?
he might have.
He had to have.
I hope he did. I don't remember. I'm gonna
you take out the trash.
So then they're like doing the interviews and stuff. That's my son. That's Melvin, my son.
It's
yeah.
my boy.
And they're
That's my boy.
trying to think of names to come up with them. What
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of names were there? That they
I don't
said?
even remember what she came up with because it was so inane. It was just like my brain melted for a half a second. Like
I'm
as if
surprised they didn't throw in the monster hero in there, like from the movie. Oh, the monster hero. Save the monster hero. We love the monster hero.
Oh,
I'm surprised they didn't throw in.
go ahead. Look it up on Wikipedia.
Just fucking had it. Sergeant Kabuki Man, NYPD.
You couldn't remember Sergeant Kabuki Man, NYPD? Why did I keep thinking Sergeant Kabuki Man was LAPD, though, for some stupid reason?
No, he's definitely in one.
Because
Tromo
is New Jersey, and it's right
York,
there. Yeah, I mean, so,
Full moon is that way.
then they show Toxie with the flag in the background.
Yeah, that happened like twice during this episode.
Yeah, that
He's
was
a
awesome.
crusader against pollution, crime, and
Well,
other
didn't that
stuff.
happen in the movie too?
No.
The
they
flag? Well, that was just the cover art then.
They
And then, they see the newscast of Kill 'Em Off and Psycho and told you so. What was that? Nothing. And so, the punk comes back now because he's a villain, Bonehead. And he's all like, oh, I'll kill him for you. Well, you'll be greatly rewarded. That voice sounds so familiar. The guy who does the voice of Kill 'Em Off, he had to have been in a million other series because that whole voice.
Phil Hartman.
It wasn't Phil Hartman. Stop.
How do you know?
Because I have the Wikipedia article right here.
Well, then you should say it.
Yeah, give me a minute. There it is.
We don't have a minute.
You're right, we don't. Roger Bumpus.
Exactly. Phil Hartman's stage name was Roger Bumpus.
Shut up.
Before
No, it wasn't.
Before it was discovered.
Squidward Tentacles.
No,
He
it's
did
not
the voice?
Squidward.
He does the
Are you
voice.
serious?
Best known for his long-running role as Squidward Tentacles in SpongeBob SquarePants.
Wow. And the guard from Shawshank was Mr. Krabs.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he is.
You be lying to me right now.
You're teasing.
Let's see. He Alvin and the Chipmunks, Tailspin. He was Shere Khan, wasn't he?
You have his fucking IMDb open.
No, I have his Wikipedia. Pedal to the Metal. Karina Nobuta. Problem Child.
Bunta Jabbar.
Yeah, sure, why not? He was in Angry Beavers, Cat Dog.
Who was he in Angry Beavers?
I don't know.
The worst.
He's a theater manager in We Bare Bears. He's in Gravity Falls for a bunch of different voices.
It's called Additional Voices.
Additional voices, yeah. But that's what I mean. So he was in a bunch of stuff. That's probably why I recognize him. So anyway, so he's like, so they send the mutated.
Wait,
punk
I have
out.
something very important to say about Dr. Kill 'Em Off.
Sure,
He wears 4 watches.
he does wear 4 watches.
You always have to know the time.
See, are they different time zones, do you imagine?
Well, he's from another planet, so probably he has to know the
We
time.
dude,
period.
spoilers. We aren't that far in the episode.
Shit, if you haven't watched Toxic Crusaders,
In
pause
past
the
20
episode
in the past
5
25
minutes
years.
ago.
Yeah, right. So Toxie saves a kitten from a tree for a little girl.
Yeah.
And then
I thought that was going to go a different way. I thought the cat was going to
like it was gonna be one of the fucked up like trauma things where the cat launches into the stratosphere and dies. And the
yeah,
little
where
girl
like
stands there
jumps
crying.
up super high. Yeah.
No, that's only movie Toxie does that shit. But even the kids love him. The kids all love him. They're like, "Thank you, Toxie. I love
Thank
you, even
you,
though you're
monster
Yeah, he's a
Hero.
hero.
The
Yeah.
monster hero.
But then he notices, like, he was singing this happy song about having a girlfriend and stuff, and then he notices the music changed in the background.
Yeah.
Did anybody
The
else
music
notice that?
Yeah.
Huh, the happy music stopped. Oh, well. And then a punk on the motorcycle attacks him. Here's the line of the episode. Are you okay, Toxie? After he gets run over. No, I'm feeling a little run down. Actually, I'm feeling a little run down.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
That works.
Actually, I'm feeling a little run down. Jesus Christ.
Was that
Actually,
a takeoff from the movie where they ran over
the little
people
kid.
for fun and the old woman?
No.
Beat that old lady like a dog.
10 points. I forget the bad guy's name. Or the guy's name.
Was it Bonehead in the movie?
No, it was something else.
That shit is so dark.
What the fuck was it?
Hold on a sec. I'm going back. I'm actually going to pull up the IP and I'll tell you right now. The Toxic Avenger film.
I'm gonna have to cut out like 20 minutes of this episode because it's just googling things.
It is. Read by the criminal Cigar Face?
No.
Stay 98 weakling into Slug. Or Bozo.
Bozo.
It's Bozo.
Bozo was the guy's name.
Even delivering and killing a
10
young boy
points
in a-
for the kid, Bozo.
We're violent, even delivering and killing a young boy in a car. I love that scene.
Oh
We're
my
going to have to watch
God.
that after we finish recording.
The
We're going to watch
scene
that
was
scene.
Great.
Did I just step on a crab flavored chip?
I stepped on my shoe.
Oh, did it crunch like, was it your toenails?
My shoes aren't in my shoes.
Are you okay? You need to stop drinking.
Stop talking about that on the fucking show, dude. My grandmother listens to this.
Does she really?
From beyond the grave.
My grandmother drinks more than you'll ever and she's
Cut
dead.
all this shit out. Stop. We had to get back to it.
Okay, so let's get back to
Why
it.
do I have Paluto in my notes?
Paluto's the name of the planet, maybe? No, Paluto.
No, is that the planet he comes from?
No,
it was
Smogulon.
Smogulon?
So what's Paluto?
I don't know.
I don't know where you got.
Yeah, you need to add some more notes to your notes. Your notes need to be more noteworthy. They have a gas mask helicopter. I have that written down.
Yeah, this is the second show with a fucking helicopter in it.
Yeah. So we have oddly specific foreshadowing again from said henchman. I don't know, Dr. Kill-em-all. What if old Toxie jumps out of the way and defeats Bonehead with the superpowered mop? Don't be ridiculous. Guess what? Guess what fucking Toxie
Told
does?
you so.
Told you so. I have that written down now. And then
thrown out of the helicopter.
prepare the radiation rangers to attack while I prepare a special weapon just in case. And then yet again, within a minute and a half, he still might beat us though if he's helped by other hideously deformed creatures of superhuman size and strength. What do you figure out what Pluto means?
Paluto is the giant muck monster.
Oh,
It
Pluto.
jumped in my notes.
Damn. So Yvonne gets glasses.
No, we have to talk about these other Toxic Crusaders that show up.
They didn't show up yet.
They just got off the bus.
No, they didn't.
That's where you had the giggle fit.
No. The giggle. No. I'm talking about when he might
Doctor
still-
whatever says, "Oh, only if
no.
more hideously deformed creatures."
Well,
of superhuman
they're
size and
preparing the
strength."
Rangers in the thing, but he's gonna go meet Yvonne first. Then they're attacked by the Radiation Rangers, and
Yep.
then. What?
This episode's
So
gonna
then
this episode's gonna be 20 minutes long.
we have Yvonne show off her new glasses and
Yep.
scream because she finally sees the great monster hero.
Yes.
I thought they paid that off already.
And
No.
then
It turns out
she was laughing at his tie.
She was screaming about his tie because it was the most hideous thing ever.
Yep.
She still thinks he's handsome.
So he's like, "Wow, you must be dumb."
yeah, he pretty much did call her an idiot right then and there. But, bad guys show up. And
Then we have Dr.
Kill-em-all.
Kill-em-all give his reveal. He takes off his mask. He looks like a cockroach.
yeah, he's a space
And
cockroach.
he tells-
Smogulon.
So much
Smogulon.
cooler with the mask on.
Yeah, he
Definitely. When I saw the cockroach thing happen, and I was like, I don't remember any of this shit when I was
Right?
a kid. I didn't remember him
The
taking
action
his
figures
mask
don't
off.
even. There's not even an alien
No.
version of him and the action
I
figures.
don't remember
think.
any of that.
And the fight starts,
Fight breaks out,
and,
And
Toxie's
then-
like, "I could use some help."
and then sure enough, the guys off the
They get off the
bus
bus.
Come off the
comes.
bus, and
Nose
then
Man and the other guy. Did anybody write their names down?
Nozo and
Nozone and
Nozo?
Major
I thought it was
Disaster.
Nozo.
It's
No, no zone and
because he
Major
fell
Disaster.
through the ozone.
Yeah, and Major Disaster. So he drops off two hideously deformed creatures. I wrote this down. They didn't do this in the show, but I wrote it down. The fight starts, and Toxie says he could use some help. Thankfully, a bus shows up and drops off two hideously deformed creatures of human size and strength who happen to be looking exactly for him. So, Nozone and Major Disaster shows up, and Nozone sneezes Bonehead off the screen and into everybody else.
Yeah, he gets super sneeze powers.
Yep. And then,
And then Paluto shows up, who's a giant muck monster.
Giant oil slick
Yeah.
monster.
well, I have to warn you, it's a tough job. There's no dental plan. We don't get a piece, and we don't get a piece of the of the merchandising. That's okay. We just want to fight bad guys. Yeah, that's like I wrote that all down because I thought that was amazing. That's definitely a fourth wall
Dude,
break.
the writing on this show was really,
It
really
was. Major Disaster. He controls plants.
Like a certain other monster we just reviewed last week.
You're talking about
good. He's talking about Steve Gutenberg.
Steve Gutenberg.
Yeah, Steve Gutenberg. That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'll decide what episodes come out when.
You know,
We record these in chunks.
that's because we all work weird schedules.
So Paluto shows up.
Yep. The mop jumps in and attacks because it doesn't like messes.
Toxie runs into the pet supply store. We're not fighting Heathcliff.
That line was just...
Is that the line of the episode?
That might be the
No,
one.
hideously deformed
Form
creature of
superhuman
superhuman size and strength.
strength. Yeah.
That's the line of the
That's
episode.
the moment of Zen thing right there.
So Melvin the mop boy uses his mop skills to get the
Yeah.
great oil
He's-
slick.
Well, that's what I have in my notes. This
1991.
show teaches kids how to clean up messes.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah, that's
right.
educational.
They sneeze the kitty litter onto it, and it dries up and blows up.
Mhm.
So, the villains are defeated.
Yeah, and then our heroes go back to their junkyard lair.
Yep, and they're talking about how they became hideously deformed creatures of superhuman size and strength. Did you guys write down exactly how they turned into them? Because I haven't written down.
No Zone was
He
Pepper.
flies through a hole in the ozone layer
and crashes into a silo of radioactive pepper. Meanwhile, major disaster was a soldier in the army and fell into a radioactive swamp.
Like somebody else from last week.
Steve Gutenberg.
Yeah,
That's how he's so talented today.
I know. I miss Steve Gutenberg.
R.I.P.
He's
At
still
least his-
alive.
At least his career.
So this show ran for 13 episodes.
Yeah, I think it deserved at least.
I
2
think
more
they're all
seasons.
online. I would check out more of these. This was a good show.
I'm pretty sure if you buy the Toxic Avenger box set, it comes with the cartoon.
Don't tell me that kind of thing. I don't have that kind of money.
I think that's what happened.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I think they did that. And that's one
Is it a
reason why.
Blu-ray set?
No, it's DVD.
I'm not buying DVDs anymore.
No,
Your Blu-ray
VHS tapes and Blu-rays.
VHS.
You kidding?
Sometimes laser.
I got you guys beat. I got video on vinyl. That is actually a thing. There was video on vinyl.
What the hell's video on vinyl?
There was vinyl records that actually had video on them. I'm not kidding.
Oh, I can think.
Yeah, because they had a magnetic strip underneath the vinyl that it read. It was like,
Are you talking about CEDs?
no, there's video on vinyl. And it was
We're gonna take another break to fucking Google something.
vinyl video disc.
We should call this episode the Google episode.
Yeah,
That'll be the subtitle.
it's a CED. It is a CED.
You're
Capacitive
welcome.
electronic disc.
I'm a
You're right.
fucking genius. Thanks, James
are.
Rolfe.
It was VHD. VHD.
I know all about that bullshit.
Do you watch Tech-Moan too? Name drop.
Every once in a while.
He's a really cool channel. He has another cool one.
His voice is so
It's
pleasant. We gotta land this bird.
okay. Yeah, let's.
So Toxic Crusaders, awesome show.
Yes,
Yeah,
deserved to be a cartoon.
Very entertaining.
I mean, it
definitely.
really shouldn't have been a cartoon, but it
This
deserved to be a
is
cartoon.
like something that would be on Adult Swim now,
Yeah.
like right next to Mike Tyson Mysteries.
Yeah, you
like,
could probably have this cartoon now, and even more strictly for adults.
Yeah,
like,
like
you
alter
could
the rating
up
a
it
little
up.
bit, and this is like 10 seasons.
You
Yeah.
can definitely make it like the movies just for kids or for adults now.
Yeah,
Like you can have Bozo running over kids and grandmothers.
Well, I mean, think of it. Pickles, the friggin' satanic dog, or whatever it was called.
Yeah, Mr. Pickles.
Mr. Pickles, dude, that
ri-
show was messed
the
up.
writing was sharp.
Yep.
The animation wasn't that bad.
It wasn't terrible. Absolutely wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't
was-
Hammerman bad.
This was such an easy watch compared to some of the other bullshit. Police
Like-
Academy.
Like I was actually, I was so happy. I did my usual thing of where I watched through it once, then I watched through it again to take notes because I got to see it a second time.
I watched through it once 15 minutes before we left.
Well, I watched through it once, and then I wasn't even done with the episode when you came over. From
I watched these shows last night, and I was still the first person to actually watch them. which
How
is
sad is that? Yeah, it's fine. It's
Fucking bums.
well,
Whatever.
we busy lives, man.
Yeah.
I work for a man who's eventually going to control the world.
I work for a living.
You work for a living.
Insert Huey Lewis song here now.
Don't need money. No, that's not Huey Lewis.
No, yeah, it is.
Is it?
Power of Love.
They're
Oh, yeah.
taking what I'm giving because I'm working for a living.
Yep.
Is that Huey Lewis?
That was Huey Lewis.
Nice. Don't need a credit card
So,
to drive me
Did this
wild.
need to be a cartoon?
Hell
Yes.
yeah. This was awesome.
Hell yeah.
The show rocked.
I mean, it needs to be a cartoon now that's more geared toward people our age.
like
Yes.
fucking fuck Captain Planet.
Definitely fuck Captain
Oh yeah.
Planet.
Yeah. This
Fucking
is
tree hugging
way
hippie
better.
This
bullshit.
is the better
Honest to
version
God.
of Captain Planet.
Heart.
Yeah.
That's not an element. That's
Honest
an
God,
organ.
this show slipped in the whole environmental thing and under everybody's noses. Like he didn't even notice it was an environmental show.
Was Captain Planet on the air when this show was?
Yes, probably.
I don't know.
I would
Or
say.
was this prior to Captain
Let's
Planet?
fucking Google another thing. It's definitely either post Captain Planet or during Captain Planet.
It might have been during, but this is definitely the better.
Well, the
side.
movies didn't have an environmentalist theme.
No,
did they?
but this is like perfect for kids in that regard.
Exactly.
To add that in there, and then you said about the whole cleaning
Well,
up.
it
after your
doesn't. It
messes
doesn't
thing, too.
shove the whole. Let's take care of the
No,
environment
it's
thing
so
in your face.
subtle
It's
about
subtle.
it.
Like
It's in
I
the
was even watching.
background.
Like, yeah, why would he do like? Well, that's terrible. He's poisoning the planet. I'm like, damn, they got me. Captain Planet ran from September 15th, 1990, until December 5th, 1992. So another one of the great Christmas presents.
So this existed during the run of Captain Planet.
Yes, it did, and it was way better. And unfortunately, Captain Planet stole its thunder.
Yep.
Yeah, this was awesome.
This was
I really
way
enjoyed
more.
this cartoon.
Like I said, like it got me with the whole environment thing, because otherwise I'm a firm believer in it's cold outside, I'm gonna go spray some hairspray. So,
It's terrible.
what I feel
No, I
like a
think this
proper
is right
place
up
to
there with
dispose
Killer
of your used
Tomatoes.
motor oil is a
As
drain.
far as the shows we watched.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah,
It's one of those shows
You know
too that
why?
just people forgot about.
because
until
Yeah.
now.
it's the IPs. It's the actual intellectual property it's based off of. Because let's face it, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is amazing, and Toxic Avengers is amazing, and they're both purposely bad, campy things.
There's too many tomatoes in this kitchen right now for me to be comfortable to keep talking about Attack of the Killer.
Shh, they can hear you. There's probably is a fuzzy tomato somewhere too.
The fact that you actually played that during.
So that's all we got on Toxic Crusaders. I think we're all in agreement that it's amazing.
Yeah.
And absolutely deserves to be a cartoon.
Yes.
So what we like to do at the end of these episodes, we'll each give our own pitch for an animated adaptation that could have existed alongside some of these shows in a Saturday morning animation block. So who wants to go first this week?
I'll go. I'm gonna use another Tromo movie, Class of Nukem High. Why not?
Nukem High the series.
Nukem High the series.
Cool, man.
Why not?
What happens in it?
Same like the movie.
There's like, isn't the movie about like weed or something?
No, some type of chemical makes people crazy. All that other good
I
stuff.
thought there was a bunch of weed in that first movie.
No.
I think it went into weed.
It's
I haven't
some-
seen
it's
the movie in a
something about
while.
Yeah, there was a weed thing.
There was a weed thing in there, but
We
like
need to have a trauma night, like one night when we're all not having to go somewhere
That
and do
fucking
something.
drive-in needs to do a trauma night.
Yeah.
speaking about
We
that,
missed Zach Gilligan.
we missed Zach Gilligan at the
fucking. We were gonna go to that, but then we didn't.
Yeah.
Gremlins 1 and 2, right?
That would you still haven't seen Gremlins either.
I know.
So I was thinking, how about the animated adventures on Forbidden Planet with Robbie the Robot?
Yeah.
Oh, you're such a douchebag.
No.
Well, he gave you his honest opinion if you pitched that into a room itself.
Meh.
See,
I see that in like a Hanna-Barbera style.
Yeah, definitely
Like a Johnny
Okay.
Quest.
Johnny Quest,
science
yeah,
fiction
like
thing.
and like you'd have
I
the
like
spaceship
that.
crew, and like it would definitely be something like that. It'd be like the opening
like
credits.
Sequest, but in space.
Yeah, sure, we can go with that. Sea Lab in space.
What the fuck ever.
Sea Lab 2021. Tell that the Queen Doppelpopulis.
What you got, Joe?
My pitch for this episode was I don't have a great title for it, but it's like Pog Adventures. Like think Yu-Gi-Oh, but Pogs.
Oh my god! So for the younger viewers who don't know what Pogs are small
Nobody
pucks of
listening to
cardboard.
the show does not know what Pogs
That's
are.
fair. That's
and doesn't
perfectly
have
fair.
a fucking sleeve of them in the attic.
There is a sleeve of Pog. Like for some reason, I ended up with a ton of Jesus Camps Pogs, and I think it was that kid trying to get rid of his crappy ones he didn't want in school, because I used to be a monster with Pogs.
Am I the only one who thought of The Simpsons when you said Pogs?
He's back.
Look, Bart. Alf Pogs. Remember Alf? He's back.
One of my favorite Pog related memories is from VH1 I Love the 90s or whatever, when some guy's talking about his O.J. Simpson slammer and it says don't squeeze the juice. So yeah, Pog Adventures.
Wow.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh but with Pogs, and I think that's good enough.
Poggio. All right, guys.
But yeah, let's put this one to bed.
Yep.
That's this week's episode of the Why Is This a Cartoon Cast. If you want to connect with us, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at WITA Cartoon. You can also email us. Let us know any memories you have with any of these shows we talked about. We'll be sure to give you a shout out on the air. It's WITA Cartooncast at gmail.com. And we're also on YouTube somehow. But other than that,
You can find the YouTube channel through our Facebook page. We post the YouTube link up every week when we upload the video.
it's somewhere. Anyway, for this week, at the Why Is This Cartoon Cast, I'm Joey.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tim.
And we'll see you later, guys.
Take it easy.